Tonight, we look into the story that shocked the nation. Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell, and their 2 children. KREM 2 launches a podcast, One Foot in the Grave, with everything we need to know about this death investigation. Plus, a Spokane Valley restaurant defies Governor Jay Inslee's mandates of no indoor dining, why they say they're opening up for business regardless of the outcome.
She's so artistic, creative, loving, and she'll forever be missed by them.
With recent COVID protocols, saying goodbye to loved ones in the hospital is nearly impossible. We talk with one woman who got the chance to share a few minutes with her dying sister. We hear from her tonight.
We know that because of the new science we have, because of the successful experience we've had in various schools, it is time to begin the process of getting more of our students back into the classroom.
New tonight, superintendents, principals, and athletic directors in Eastern Washington are calling on the governor to return extra and co-curricular activities for all students. In a letter addressed to the state, they say this is an issue of equity. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Regina Ahn. Well, education and athletic directors in Eastern Washington are taking a stand for students tonight. In a letter addressed to the state, they say, quote, "This is an issue of equity. Many students of means are still playing sports and activities away from the school districts. They're meeting up in private gyms, playing sports out of state, and traveling to other areas for 4-H competitions." The letter continues to say that they feel for their safety and for the safety of the communities, it would be best if all students had an opportunity to engage locally with strict safety protocols and under the guidance of our staff. And the letter went on to say, quote, "What our students need is hope. Our students need to experience the extra and co-curricular activities that allow them to utilize their unique gifts and talents and also provide a safer outlet for them to cope with these really difficult times." Well, the governor has issued new guidance for how Washington schools can return to more in-person instruction. So join me now over at the wall to break down the new guidance. Now, the new recommendations that Governor Inslee has outlined lowers the guideline for when students could return to in-person classes. And as you know, some Spokane schools have already introduced K-2 to go in-person learning. Now, under the new recommendations, school districts can bring all students into the classroom when there are less than 50 cases per 100,000 people in that district's county. When cases are greater than 50 but less than 350 per 100,000 people, districts are able to start phasing back in-person learning. Here are some other things that you should know. High school students should be the last group to return, and that's because they're more susceptible to catching and passing along the virus. The latest data shows schools have not contributed substantially to the spread of COVID-19 so far. $3 million in CARES Act funding is being allocated towards implementing health and safety measures in schools.
And we do know that there are approximately 62,400 doses that have been allocated for the state of Washington. Those will come over the next few weeks, but we do know that last Sunday we already received over 9,000 doses, and about 3,000 of those are coming to Spokane, actually are already in Spokane.
Providence Healthcare confirms they received just under 4,000 doses of the vaccine. The first doses will go to high-risk healthcare workers like emergency room and ICU staff.
It's really exciting. It's history in the making.
In North Idaho, there is also optimism tonight. Vaccines will soon be available to some healthcare workers in the Panhandle. The Panhandle Health District, which encompasses Idaho's 5 northern counties, says they're expecting to get their first shipment of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine by the end of this week. Altogether, that's nearly 2,000 doses headed to North Idaho, and it accounts for about 14% of Idaho's allotment of the vaccine. But of the shipment heading to the Panhandle Health District, more than half of the doses will head to Kootenai Health alone. And we know this is a lot of information about the new COVID-19 vaccine. That's why we here at KREM created the vaccine team. So do you have a vaccine question that you would like to ask? Well, text us your questions to 509-448-2000. Also, for the latest vaccine updates so that you can stay up to speed, just text the word vaccine to that very same number there. Well, it is that time of the year when we're all dreaming of white Christmas and everything that Christmas has. We're taking a live look at downtown Spokane right now. Just gorgeous out there. And you can see the rain that had fallen is really creating that shadow, which is, again, beautiful. So no snow flurries, though, out there tonight as we inch closer to the holidays. With that, let's bring in meteorologist Thomas Patrick. So, Thomas, I know you have mentioned this before. We're seeing a lot of rain in the forecast, aren't we?
Yeah, 2 days ago, it would have looked like a white Christmas, but since then it's rained, it's been above the freezing mark, and now it's just looking a lot more wet than white out there. I will say this, between last hour, our 10 o'clock broadcast, and now I have ditched the umbrella. It is still raining out here, but it's lighter overall, and honestly, the wind was a bit hard to contend with, especially with that really large umbrella, so just kind of a balancing act there. The rain is about to let up probably in another hour. It's going to be out of the way in Spokane. Give it about 2 hours for the Coeur d'Alene area overall. But even though it is 36 degrees, which can often be a temperature that can lean to a rain-snow mix, I can definitely report that it is 100% rain in terms of precipitation here from our studios in the South Hill, as I see it from our outdoor weather center. But it's pretty much just rain in all the valleys. Only some of the mountain passes, 4th of July Pass and Lookout Pass, you might be able to pick out just a little bit of the snowy and icy roads way up at almost 5,000 feet at Lookout Pass. So still easily snowing in the mountains, but it's all rain down here in the cities and in the valleys. We stay above 32 degrees through the overnight hours. The rain comes to an end, but we'll see more showers, be that rain or snow showers throughout the day come tomorrow. But moving forward, the temperatures are only going to get warmer from here as we have an atmospheric river setup. That gives us not just the rain, but overall pretty mild temperatures, especially by December standards. So coming up, I'm going to show you just how warm this weekend's going to be and how much rain is in the works for the next 7 days.
New tonight, the Black Diamond, a Spokane Valley bar, is defying the governor's latest restrictions on no indoor dining. They say they're back open for business once again. The management team took to Facebook to say, quote, "We, the owners of the Black Diamond, know that we'll be facing a possible citation and suspension of our liquor license, but at this point, we'd rather get this citation and fight it so that our employees can make a living." Back in May, the bar reopened during phase 2 of the Washington's reopening plan, and bars at the time were not allowed to operate until phase 3. Then the bar also took to Facebook to say, quote, "Here at the Black Diamond, we believe we're all adults and are in charge of our own safety and health. It's not the job of the government or governor to make your decision." All right, still ahead here tonight, your other top local headlines at this hour, including why former Seattle policemen are joining the Spokane Police Department, and
When you know someone's dying, you should get to be with them.
coming up next, we hear the emotional toll it's taking not to be able to see your loved ones at this time when hospital visitations are limited.